Yo, what's up, my high value bros? What's up, kings? Hey man, before I jump into the video, y'all go ahead and hit that like button, smash that notification bell, and subscribe. Go ahead and run it up. Go ahead and give me that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know y'all be tuning in. But I'm gonna make this one quick, bro. I just want you guys to know that there are several erogenous zones to a woman in terms of her genitalia that will give her, that's very likely to give her an orgasm. All right. So this is basically an anatomy video of the female genitalia. And as men, I think, as high value men, I think that we should know how to identify certain areas of her body, like particularly the clitoris, right, is not just that little button that extends from the hood. Like you have to pull the hood back. You have to pull the hood back to expose the clit right here. And so what she can appreciate is, well, first you gotta moisten it and give her clockwise circles on the clit. You know what I mean? Don't do direct stimulation, but to the sides. You can usually use like 2 fingers and go around. And you gotta have consistency with your rhythm. You know what I'm saying? So in a clockwise fashion, if you're coming from the top like that, this is good. This is the type of stimulation they like. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, the clit is not just that button. It's one big hole, like mechanism that is on the top wall of her vagina. You know what I'm saying? So it's a whole mechanism. It's got over 8,000 nerves. Like the female vagina, the Yoni, right? It's got like 8,000 nerve endings, bro. And that's more than double than what we have. You know what I'm saying? So women are really just walking around like a powder keg ready to explode in literally vaginal fluid, copulent. You know what I'm saying? They just a walking power keg of orgasms. You know what I'm saying? They got this thing between their legs, and this is why they're always horny. This is why they always like to vibrate and dance and move their hips around and twerk and all this other kind of stuff, because they're just very sexual creatures, man. They're more sexual than we are, believe it or not. And it's not easy to, I mean, it's pretty easy to believe at this point. You can't even open your phone up in public without seeing something risque or sexual, or a woman half naked or whatever. You know what I'm saying? They just very liberated and free these days. So you got to be able to identify the erogenous zones when it comes to their yoni and genitalia. So the clit is the most identifiable one because it's externally located. All right, you can see it. Some are very small, some can be very big. It's basically like a penis. You know, their clit is like a penis. So that's that. So just start like that and make sure that it's moist. And when it comes to the genitalia, don't go there first. You got to warm up the whole body. You know what I mean? Like, you can't go straight to it like a laser beam. Like, you have to warm up the whole body to get it warm and hot, and then go to the clit and the vaginal area. You know what I'm saying? When it comes to foreplay and erogenous and sex, you know what I'm saying? It takes women on average about 15 to 20 minutes to get fully aroused. So they're not like us. They're not like a light switch. You know what I mean? You have to turn them on mentally, verbally, and then physically. You know what I mean? Their whole body first with foreplay, kissing, caressing, touching, pulling her hair, you know, kissing her neck, sucking her breast, things like that, massaging, rubbing down her whole body and things like that. And then you go to the genitalia last when she's aroused, when her nipples are aroused, and she's giving you that physiology of she's ready to be penetrated. She gets moist and wet. All right, so the G spot is the most second common known spot. And so if this is her vaginal orifice, right? And this is the clit. And you go inside, so on the top wall of her vagina, right here, there's a G-spot, about 1 inch in. So really, fellas, like, you don't need like a 12 inch or a 10 inch. You know what I'm saying? You don't need all that meat down there like that. Like on average, the average person, you know what I'm saying, is around 5 to 6 inches, but they seem to like, the sweet spot for women is around 7 to 9 inches. But nevertheless, to stimulate the G-spot, if you finger her correctly, it's about 1 inch in, so about this much, about this inch on the top wall of the vagina. And so it's about the size of a penny or even a nickel. It can get as big as a quarter. And so to stimulate it, what you want to do is, you can do a come here, like that, or you can come here like this. You see what I'm saying? You can come here. On the top wall, you come here. Like this. You can do a come here motion, or you can like walk or stroke. But you gotta be consistent, don't be switching it up. Like whatever rhythm that she likes, that's what you stick to. You know what I'm saying? You can do double strokes like this, or single, like come here, or like that. Okay? Or you can hold, like just apply pressure and stroke. Apply pressure, stroke. Apply pressure and stroke. They like that. And so when the G-spot gets gorged, it'll feel spongy and coarse. You know what I mean? It gets like really, it become hard. It become very prominent. You'll be able to feel it. So again, you can put pressure on it and stroke. Pressure on it and stroke. Then you can take your thumb while you're giving pressure. You take your thumb and stroke her clit. Like so, while you got pressure here. So you like this. You know what I mean? Or you can be here. So let's say the thumb is on the clit. You can be like here. Or even like this. See that? Be like that. So my thumb is kind of like touching the clit, and my finger is stroking her G-spot at the same time. So now she's getting clit stimulation and what? G-spot stimulation. Because very few women, they get orgasms from penis penetration, from sexual penetration. Like 80% of women, they get orgasms from like clitoral stimulation. But the G-spot helps, okay? Now, if you are long enough, deep into the vaginal canal towards the cervix, you have the C-spot, which is basically like just in front of the cervix, like in the back. This would be her cervix. So just above that is the C-spot, and back over and to the right is her U-spot. So these are deep in her vagina. You know what I'm saying? So after you play with the clit, and after you get her going and get her wet and aroused, and she might squirt off of the G-spot. Don't stop there. Once you do that, now you can go for round 2 and go into the what? C-spot area with your meat, with your rod. And you gotta go at a deeper angle. You know what I'm saying? So you put a pillow underneath her hips so you can go down deep. Or you just put her butt on your thighs, and you be on your knees and her legs up here. That way you can power drive and just go deeper into that C-spot. And then you don't just stroke, you wanna grind and be slow. And hold it right there to the top right corner to get that U-spot. Now that U-spot is like just waves and waves and waves of like sexual like energy. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, women, they can squirt. The U-spot can be reached anally also. Have all type of sexual orgasms and energies, you know, in succession, back to back. They're not like us. Like most of us, you know, after 2 or 3 rounds, or even after the second one or the first, you know what I'm saying? Like it's a wrap, because we have to recover and things like that. That's why it's better, you know what I'm saying, to get her off first, and then you get yours, and then now she's satisfied. Because with us, we like friction. It don't take much for us. You know, we can get off in like 5 to 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes even less than that. So if you really take time with foreplay with a woman, you know what I'm saying, about 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and then you have intercourse, she'll have hers, and she'll be dying, you know what I'm saying, for you to come inside and do your thing. But make sure that she gets off first. So again, you have the clip, you got the G-spot about an inch in on the top wall. Then just before on the cervix on that top wall, you have the C-spot, and then over into that corner, that upper left corner of her vaginal wall is a U-spot. And these are different spots that you can like play with while you're pleasing a woman sexually. But again, like I say, every woman is different. Most women, they don't have let's say orgasms from vaginal penetration, but you can use your finger and you can use your tongue and things like that, but and toys work too. But if you finger her, you gotta do it right. You just can't go in there, you know, doing all kind of crazy stuff. You have to make sure they really, you know what I'm saying, are aroused first. But after they're aroused, that G-spot can take a lot of pressure. That one can, but the clit cannot. You have to be gentle with the clit. The G-spot, you can be a little rough. The C-spot and the U-spot, deep, grinding type penetration is what you want to do with her. And yeah, but before you do any of that, you got to warm her up. Her whole body, her mind, her body, kiss, caress, press your body on hers, like become one with her, enjoy her. And do that before you even go inside, you know what I'm saying? When it comes to fingering, of course you want to make sure your hands are clean and things like that. And just don't go straight to it. Alright? You gotta be gentle. Make sure you use plenty of moisture. Use your saliva, use ointments and things like that. And if you do it right, she'll already be wet for you. And her own vagina would supply the lubrication. You know what I mean? So I just want to drop a quick one on you guys. Hey man, go ahead and grab my book. It's available on audiobook. You know what I'm saying? And Amazon. Go ahead and grab that, guys. If you want to consult with me about a woman, shoot me a DM on Instagram, and I'll send you a Zoom link, and we can chop it up. You know what I'm saying? For a fee. Other than that, man, y'all like, share, subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Like my shit, share my shit, subscribe to my shit, and comment on my shit. It helps the channel grow. It keeps me in the algorithm. Hey, man, I'm going to see you guys next video. Yep. So I was going to do this in another video, but why not? So anyway, don't forget the lips, the labia, right? So if these are the walls, her lips, right? Her clit's here, vaginal orifice or urethra is here. And the urethra is where they pee at, right? And that's also the same orifice where the copula comes out, the squirt. And their vaginal orifice is here. So if these are the lips, like you want to stroke the lips like this, side to side, you know, the inside. Stroke the lips down like that. Clit is right here. But you want to stroke the lips too. Give it a nice massage, stroke it, things like that. Okay? So don't. And then the inner thigh, pay a lot of attention to the inner thigh. A lot of attention to the inner thigh. Now down here, in between the vagina and her booty hole, basically, a rectum, you know what I'm saying? That's called the perineum. Okay, that's a very gooch area. That's where her root chakra is. You can really stimulate that and get that sexual energy going. But inside the orifice at the bottom wall, not the top, where the G-spot is, an inch in, we're talking about the bottom wall is her perineum, okay? A perineum. So basically you can come in like this. You can just insert, I'm trying to show you, but it's kind of weird. You can insert in the corner, like going through the lips, coming in the corner like this, and stroke her perineum like this for about 3 to 5 minutes. on both sides, right? And then you can make a U shape at the bottom of her vaginal orifice, about an inch or two in. You can make a U shape. Just to give her a whole new sensation. So now you're creating all that sexual energy all around in her vagina. And it's crazy, bro. You can actually take your meat and massage the lips too. Just take your meat and slide it up and down the lips like this. And they love it. Like the head of the meat, you can just go ahead and just massage it like that. You can slap the clit with it. They really like that shit for some reason. I don't know why. And then insert it back in and slap it, and bruh, I'm telling you. So I want to throw that in too as a bonus, bro. Don't forget the lips. Don't forget the perineum, man. I'm out this bitch. Peace.